Hi, good morning. My name is Victor Peppo. With me is a presidential aspirant, Professor Kingsley Moghalu. Very good morning to you. Thank you. All right, recently we heard about the 23 registered political parties making the number 91 political parties in Nigeria at the moment. What's your reaction to that as against, 2019?
Yes. Well, first of all, I'm a presidential aspirant on the platform of the Young Progressive Party,
Okay.
YPP. My reaction is that, well, it's okay to register these parties, but I don't think it's the real issue we should be looking at. The real issue is how participatory, how effective the voting process is in Nigeria. And I think that this should be INEC's paramount priority. How many people are registering to vote? Are people having difficulties getting registered? Why don't you extend the voter registration to December? Why don't you bring in as many people as possible who want to exercise their democratic rights and franchise? That is what I think we should be focusing on. How do you make the registration process simple, that many people can register and vote? How do you make voting, when the time comes, simple and effective? Registering 1 million political parties is not a sign of a robust democracy. That's my answer to that.
All right. So let's look at the issue of unemployment in Nigeria.
Yes.
It's been a big problem.
Big
Do
one.
you think, if elected as Nigeria's president in 2019, you would solve this problem?
I have a strong, effective answer to unemployment. The government itself does not create jobs. Jobs are created by and in the private sector. The role of the government is to create the enabling environment for the private sector to create jobs. This is what my government will do. I will set up a 1 trillion naira venture capital fund. This fund will invest, will give people capital. Millions of young unemployed people will get capital to start their own business. And it's an investment by the fund, it's not a loan. So you don't have to pay it back at 30% interest rate, which is going to kill you. It's what we call equity capital. The fund will have a stake in your business, maybe 30 or 40%, and you split the profit with the fund. But what it means is that you started a new enterprise without one kobo and without owing anybody. Now, if that business does well, after some time you can buy out the interest of the fund and own the business yourself completely. Now, this fund will create jobs, because when you help unemployed people start new ventures, when those ventures expand, they will also employ 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 other unemployed people. This is how you begin to create an employment effect, and the economy will be stimulated and boosted.
All right. You're a former director at the Central Bank
Deputy
of Nigeria. Former deputy governor at the Central Bank of Nigeria. Let's talk about the economy.
Yes.
If elected in 2019, how can we grow the Nigerian economy?
We will grow the Nigerian economy, first of all, by moving away from reliance on oil, which I call the worship of the God of small things. I think we are going to bring an innovation economy. We're going to encourage entrepreneurship and provide capital, as I have just described. We are going to work on industrialization. This country has to become an industrially productive economy. We are going to ensure that our young men and women have skills that they can use to employ themselves and produce products in this country that will add value, and we can export those products. That is how economies all over the world prosper. There's no reason why Nigeria should be different. The reason we are different is because we have very myopic politicians who just focus, and they're lazy politicians. They call our youth lazy. Our youth are not lazy. It's the politicians themselves who are lazy. All they want is just a high oil price so that they can be living large and pretending that they are adding any value to our society, but they are not. So I am somebody who favors original thinking, innovation, hard work, and my government will provide the enabling environment for that.
All right. So final question, sir, before I let you run.
Sure.
Not too young to run bill.
Yes.
Will the youth have a fair chance if you're elected in 2019?
I am running because of the youth. I am running for office of president to give our young people the opportunity to shape their own destiny. Enough of the old cargoes, enough of the recycled old politicians. we are going to be very youth-centric in our policies. We will take the national youth policy, take a thorough look at it, and turn it into practical government policy. And we'll give the young people opportunities at political leadership with appointments, but more importantly, give them the opportunity through entrepreneurship and just allowing them to be able to find jobs and participate in our democracy. Our young people should, in order for this to happen, I say that young people must first of all get their PVCs and vote. You must participate in the voting process. You should join political parties. That's how to ensure that the youth will claim tomorrow. It is not by sitting back and waiting for anybody to come and give it to you. It is not even only just by the not too young to run bill. Running for office is good, but the system is still generally stacked against the youth. So exercising the power of your vote may be a more strategic way of, electing the kind of government that will now open the way for youth takeover of this country. And that's what my government will be, a government that paves the way for youth takeover of Nigeria.
With all of this said, you would agree that Prof is a youth, and he's on this Instagram and Twitter.
Yes, at Moghalu Kingsley.
You see it? So he's a youth, he's on the gram. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good luck at the polls.
Thank you. Thank you.